Hello team and welcome back to the channel. So before starting the video, I would request you to please subscribe the channel. We are very close to 1000 subscribers. Also, I upload videos on daily basis at 9 a.m. in the morning. Okay, now coming to the today's topic. So in this video, what we are going to do is build and deploy application using GitLab CI/CD. So you might already know that to build and deploy application, usually we have different CI/CD tools. For example, Jenkins, Azure DevOps, Bamboo, TeamCity, Circle CI, okay, and AWS DevOps. But in case of GitLab and GitHub, you can build and deploy your application from the repository itself, and you don't need to install any separate application for CI/CD. Okay, and that is one of the best feature that I think that GitLab and GitHub provides, because like separately configuring and installing a separate application, that is like little bit hectic as well. Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to show you is everything from scratch, how we are going to set up our project, how we are going to start building our application inside GitLab, and how we are going to connect and set up our runner for the project, as well as one last thing that I'm going to show you is how we are going to write the build and deployment pipeline in YAML for GitLab. Okay, so I would request you to watch the whole video without skipping, so that you don't need to worry about like okay, this one is not working in my side, like that. Okay, because every single thing I will show you step by step from scratch in this video. Okay, so make sure to follow the video till end. Also, one last thing that I want to tell you is that if you want this repository, whichever I'm using in my videos, you can just follow me on GitHub and GitLab, and you will get all the repositories. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started. Okay team, so before we start, like let me give you a little bit of prerequisites that is required for this whole project. So first of all, you need to have a VM which you are going to use as a machine on which your application will be building and like getting deployed. In my case, I have created one AWS VM, okay, whose IP address is this, and I have just opened it in this mobile terminal. Okay. Now the reason I say that, because like there is a free version available in GitLab using which you can like build and deploy your application using the like without using your own VM. But the reason that I say that you need to have your own VM is because like to use their free VM, you need to provide your like card details, okay, like bank card details and all. So in case you don't want to provide it, then you can use your own VM like I'm doing. You can get a free tier VM from AWS, okay, which is a good thing. So that is why in case you want to pay and use a free version from GitLab, then you can like provide your card details. Okay, now on this VM I have configured certain tools which we are going to use. So I have installed JDK11, I have installed Maven, and I have configured Docker. Okay, all these steps I will just put it in description so you can also install it. Okay, now these three things only required at the time. Okay, now as I mentioned, like to run an application using GitLab CI/CD, here we use a VM and we add that VM as a runner. Runner is something you can say on a machine on which our build and deployment will be working. Okay, now how to configure that? So we can open our repository. Okay, this project I have opened, pet clinic. We can go to settings, then go to CI/CD. Okay, and here you will find one option, runners. So click on expand, and here you can say there are shared runners, but if I click to enable it, it will ask me to validate account using a credit card. Okay, which I don't want to do, so I will use a runner which I have created on inside that AWS. Okay, so you can click on this three dots. See, there are two options to do it. First one is new project runner. If you click on it, it will take you somewhere like here, but this is like little complex, and after configuring this, it was not working for me. So I like, instead of using this method, I just opened runner tab, click on three dots, and here first of all you need to click on reset registration token so that a new token can be generated. And here you can see it says show runner installation and registration instructions. So click on it and you can like decide whichever machine you want to use. So in my case I am using a Linux, so I will follow the steps here. Okay, so first of all we want to run these commands. Copy this and we will paste it here. Okay, so once this is done, then we will provide the permissions to our GitLab runner user. Okay, so let's wait for it to complete. Yeah, 2 seconds. Yeah, done. So next paste this command. Then we have this user add. Okay, and here this is step we will run to install the GitLab runner. Okay, so copy that and paste it here. Now we want to register ourselves. Okay, see, I have not run this command yet. Okay, so don't go ahead and run it right now. First we need to register our runner here and paste it here, whole thing. Okay, so URL it is asking, and in our case I'm using this gitlab.com only, so I will just paste it here. Then the token, so token also I think we have, yeah, this, 1 second, let me just copy the token from here. So this is the token that we are going to use. Token will be used for authentication. Okay, yeah, for description it is asking, so we can just provide a name as new dash runner or any name you want. Click enter. It is asking for tag, so I will use the tag as self-hosted. This also, like, you can put whatever you want. And optional maintenance, so I will just click enter. Forbidden check register token, panic field to register token. Okay, so some error is there, no issues, we will try to register again. Okay, yeah, this is the URL, paste it here, and it is asking for token. So yeah, see, token by mistake I did not copy the whole thing, that is why it gave me error. We will paste it whole thing. Description of the runner, so new dash runner, tags as I mentioned, self dash hosted. You can like enter any word you want, but I will go with self hosted. It looks like a little good. Okay, then we have optional maintenance, so we'll just click on enter, and you can see registering runner succeeded. Okay, now it is asking like which kind of executor you want. So since I'm going to build a Maven project, I want to use shell. Okay, you can see shell is here. We will copy this and just paste it here, click enter. Okay, so now this is done. Let me clear the screen. Now one last command that we need to run is, now we will run the GitLab runner start. Okay, paste it and click on copy this and paste it here, and the runner is started now. Okay, this is good. Now we will close this, and if I refresh this page, a runner should be appearing here. Where is it? Runners, expand, and you can see runner is up and running now. Okay, one thing that I want to configure is click on this edit. See, in case you don't want to provide any tags, in that case you can just click on run untagged jobs. That means even if you don't provide the tags in the pipeline, it will still run. Okay, save changes, and this is done. Okay, now coming back to repository, see, as of now we do not have any pipeline, as you can see. But to create pipeline, if you are doing it for the first time, you can just go on CI/CD pipelines. Okay, see, if you are doing it for the first time, you can like try test template. Okay, or you can just search for Maven here. See, Maven is there, so if I click on use template, it will generate a basic template which we can use. Okay, yeah, let's do this. See, as of now it might seem like little complex, but what I have written very in the simple format. So what I will do, I will copy this, delete all of them, and I will go to my own. Yes, okay, so let me show you with the sample one which I have created. Paste it here. Okay, now let me explain. See, these are very simple. If you have watched my Jenkins video, you will understand very easily. First, we have defined stages. In my case, we will be using 4 stages. Okay, first is compile, then we have sonar cube analysis, then we will build the application, then we will deploy the application. Okay, first one is compile job. So we are providing a specific name, that we have compile job. Okay, then we have stage name. Okay, the stage name will be same as we have like here. Then we have tags. Tags will basically highlight that the runner that we have configured, on that runner only our job will be running. Okay, then we have script like shell script. You can directly write here. You can see echo command is there compiling the code. Then we have Maven clean compile, which is the basic command. Okay, so this is done, and in case you want to comment something, you can just put hash. So first what I will do, I will just comment this and then run it to see if it is running fine. We can click on commit changes, and this commit will also work as like a trigger. So whenever you are committing anything in your repository, it will trigger the pipeline automatically, and you can see it also checks like if syntax is correct or not. See, it says pipeline failed. We will see the status, view pipeline, and here see this error you are like definitely going to get, but there is a way to fix this error. Okay, basically when you are configuring your runner, you should, after running all the commands, you should run this command as well. I will give this in the description also. Okay, so you need to remove this file bash_logout. You need to remove it, then only your job will be running fine. So I will remove it and then I will run at start. Okay, so we will go back, and if I go here, pipelines, click on run pipeline. So let's see now what it does. See progress, we can see here. If I open this like a detailed log, I can see. Okay, so you can see it has started now. Now what it will do, it will download all the dependencies required to build the application. Okay, so we will wait for it to complete. See, if we have multiple stages, then we can just look it here and then we can start. Also, like once this completes, then we will configure all the other 3 stages: Sonar Cube analysis, then building the application, then deploying the application. Okay, so meanwhile it is running here. What I will do, I will create a Sonar Cube container. Okay, for which the command goes as docker run -d for detached modes. Then name I will provide as Sonar, and port will be as usual 9000. See, in case you are wondering why this guy always forces on using Sonar Cube analysis, because like we prefer to have a DevSecOps where we are using security tools as well. The reason I do this, because like it is better to have a security tool and keep your pipelines and everything in like very secured way. Okay, so Sonar Cube colon, I want to use LTS version, LTS community. So it should start fetching our code, image. Meanwhile we can go here and you can see it has started downloading all the dependencies. Okay, now this will go on for a little bit time, and meanwhile we can just monitor here. Okay, so image is created, I guess. Wait for it, there should be some ID coming. ID is there. So to access the Sonar Cube now, what we can do, we can copy our IP address, paste it here, then 9000, which is the port, click enter, and you can see Sonar Cube is starting. Okay, so let's wait for it to complete. See, the reason that it is taking a little bit of time, because like we had just started it and it is like coming up for the first time. We can refresh it one more time just to see. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, so it seems like it is almost completed. Few more minutes it gets. You can see like compilation is complete and it is build success now. So we can go back to here. Also, one more thing I can show you, like every time you run a build, the status will be showing here. You can see pipeline passed. Okay, and your file that you created, YAML file, which will be added in your repository. Okay, Okay, now SonarQube is up, so we will log into it. Admin, click enter, and we need to change the password for the first time. Admin, then new password will be something else. Click on update. Okay, now as I mentioned earlier also, first thing you should do in case of SonarQube setup is go to administration, then security, then users, and generate a token which is supposed to be used for authentication. Okay, so token is generated. I will copy this. Okay, 1 second, let me generate again. Yes, okay, let it be here. Now what we will do, we will edit our pipeline to add more stages. So we will see below CI/CD option, we have pipelines, editor, jobs, artifact, schedules. So if we want to edit something, we can go to editor and we will add other steps in the pipeline. Okay, so next stage we want to add is SonarQube. So I have configured it. If you see, it is very similar to the first one, only naming is different and the commands are different. So I will copy this two stages, SonarQube and build stage. Okay, click enter and paste it here. Okay, now here let me explain you the SonarQube stage which we are going to do. See, usually in Jenkins we configure this URL and the authentication thing in Jenkins configure system. Okay, but here we are going to just put the user ID and the token here itself in this command itself. Okay, you can see with Maven commands, the command goes like Maven sonar:sonar. This is the dsonar host URL. Then the login is basically the token. So token we have here. Let's copy this and paste it here and click paste it. Then we have URL. So for URL, as I have mentioned earlier also, till 9000 is the URL. So we will copy that as well. Okay, now project name we will leave it as it is, and project key we can make it pet clinic itself. No point in keeping different names, and Java binaries path will be dot only. Okay, then we have build stage. Okay, build stage is basically the stage in which we are going to build our application and generate the artifact. Okay, so I want to use the command as Maven clean package. Click on commit changes. Okay, see, the pipeline failed because we have commented the stage names here. So we can go to editor again and remove the comment from the three of these things. Okay, and you can see pipeline syntax is correct now. So we can commit the changes and that should start the pipeline. Okay, so you can see pipeline has started. We can click on view pipeline, and yes, you can see the stages. They are like they look in this format, and you can see compile job, SonarQube job, and we have build job. Okay, compile job is complete. Now it is in SonarQube stage. Yeah, that is also running. And see, if you want to like scroll over different jobs, you can just select it from here. For example, I want to compile job. It will appear and you can click on it to open the compile job. Okay, and if you want to go back to SonarQube analysis, we can click on it, select it, and click on SonarQube job. Yeah, okay, so once it completes, we will check one more thing. What is the where is the workspace of this whole like pipeline thing? Okay, so let's wait. Okay, SonarQube is also complete. We can go on build stage and we can see the progress on the build stage. For see, it is like it is going to package the application. That means it is going to generate the jar file or war file. So in our application case, pet clinic application case, it is going to generate an war file. Okay, so we will wait for it to complete. Since it is a package, like it will be needing little more dependencies like needed to run the application. Okay, so this is also complete. Okay team, so like 3 stages we have run, which is compile, SonarQube analysis, and build the application for generating the artifact. Okay, so next final stage that is pending is to deploy the application. So if I scroll down, if in case we have Docker, then we can run this command to run our Docker. Okay, so let me open the repository and we are going to make some changes. Okay, so we will go here and click on editor. Okay, so let's remove these commands. Here we can write our Docker command. Okay, so in our case Docker command goes like, where it is, yeah, see this image is already present inside this Spring community, and same image we are going to use to like run the application. Okay, so as soon as I click on commit changes, it will start the pipeline and we should be able to see the pipeline status. You can see pipeline syntax is correct and it is still checking for the pipeline status. Okay, meanwhile, in case you also want to get this script, my suggestions would be like watch the video and try to like write it by yourself. It is like very easy. You can see if till this part only you can write, rest you can like copy this and write it by yourself. Okay, and my like strong suggestion is to like try to implement this as soon as possible. Okay, now let us view the pipeline. Also, meanwhile the pipeline is running, I can show you inside this SonarQube. If I go to SonarQube home, we should be able to see the pet clinic project which we have generated, and report is 7 code smells and 6 vulnerabilities it found in the 2700 lines of code. Okay, so this is interesting, and I hope you understand like the concept of SonarQube, why I'm like strongly suggesting to use this, because it makes things very better from the security point of view. Okay, now coming back here, you can see the status of compile job is completed. Now it is running SonarQube status, SonarQube job, which is also completed. If I go to build and let's see the build job status, so we can see that is also completed. Now we can see deploy status, and let's click here, and it is, see, it is unable to find the image locally, so it will take it from the Docker repository server, and from there it will like create a container of that image, and inside that our application will be running. Okay, so let us wait for it to complete. Let me refresh it one time just to make sure that it is running fine and not stuck. Meanwhile, we can try to run the command here just to make sure it is, it is deployed now. Great. So you can see the application is deployed. We have multiple tabs, find owners. You can click on find owner to get all the details. Okay, and if you want to add a new owner, we can click on add owner and provide the details here. Then we have a stage something. Okay, so this is good. The application is deployed and it is running fine. Okay, here it is, you can see it is running here because I think we did not use -d. Okay, in case we ran with the command with -d, then the job would have exited and the container would be running in backend. Okay, but still I hope you understand the point, like just to make sure that we can see the logs if application is running or not. For that reason I did not put -d. Okay, and you can see application is running fine. Okay, so I hope this video was useful. Also, if it was useful, then give it a like, and I would strongly still suggest that you should implement it. The repository access, it should be visible to you. Let me see. So access is, I think it's public only. Okay, it's public, so you can use this repository and use it to like do a POC of your own. Okay, so thanks for watching and have a nice day. Good night.